What's up, guys? Human here, and welcome back. I finished my preparations. I got all the supplements, got the work in order, got the stress reduced, and I cannot wait to restart both my juice fast and my NoFap. And I just wanted to address a question that has been asked to me pretty regularly. Is that I'm taking it too far? Excuse me. Now that's a valid question because doing a juice fast, you're not having sugar, not having grains, not having all the other addictive foods, and most people A, have never done a fast, and B, have never really gone for a long period of time without those things, so they can't even conceive of it. I mean, many people know that they need to do it. So just going to someone and saying try going 2 days without sugar, they're just like, whoa. Might as well ask me to go 2 days without water. It's like, no thanks. But that's an absolutely valid question. I'm the kind of person I like to do things in the extreme, and there are actual reasons for that. Now, the first one is that I always look at it as like the weak link in the chain. So for me, this was actually told to me by a friend, gave me this analogy. It's that if I'm trying to quit alcohol and cigarettes, which I am, if I were to quit alcohol but not quit cigarettes, that weak link in the chain would then increase the chance that I'll relapse on the alcohol, because the smoking will make me feel tired, the smoking will remind me of drinking, and also there's a sort of sense that you're doing something that you still shouldn't be doing wrong. So it's like an open door to a justification to just say, screw it. And there are times when I was doing the fast, and it would just be like a domino. I'd just be like, I'll just have one cigarette, even though it's been 2 weeks. And then, I'll feel really tired, and I'll just think, I've already had a cigarette, I might just, have half a drink. I could slowly wean myself back into it, and then just not tell anyone. And then I have half a drink, and I'm just like, well, screw it, I am now minorly inebriated and slightly hungry, because alcohol makes me really hungry, and I can't, and then my willpower snaps. The chain snaps. Excuse me. And then after a while, I just relapse and then go back to where I was before. And then after, even if I'm like, day 50 NoFap, it's just like, well, I've already screwed up everything else, so hey! Oh, God. But yeah, there's also another reason. Now, earlier on in my life, I was sort of presented with the situation that either I thought or I died. Either I was so just down in the dumps from everything that had happened that the only thing I could think about was getting better. It's the only thing I could think about because I had enough and there was no alternative. It was either I get better or I will just devolve to the point where either I'll end up dead from a drug overdose or one of my organs giving out, which is very, I was having a lot of problems, or in an insane asylum, because I felt that I was also going insane, and it didn't seem as if there was a future for me. And so when I first discovered natural healing and health and supplementation, it was just like, wow, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's like I had no choice but to pursue it. And it's like, if God, I'm not orthodox religious, but I just like using the saying, if God wanted me to just live a normal life, he wouldn't have made me sick. Like, so sick that it was just impossible for me to have a normal life. And also, it conspired to have other circumstances. So I was put in a situation about either you research or you die. Like, you just, there's no light at the end of the tunnel if you keep going down this way. So to me, like, health and supplements was like the ray of hope that kept me going. I mean, there were some days when I just couldn't actually get out of bed. It was just like, I can't face another day like it. But then I just like, no, one day I'm gonna do it. Just keep fighting, keep going, and then I found the answers, and I quite honestly, I'm not the kind of person, like I said, with the weak link in the chain that can just do one and then not do the other. It's like, it's a lot easier for me to just say, like, cut it all out, because then it's a lot, you're not like cheating, and there's nothing in the back of your head that says you're cheating. It's like you are living the right life. Also, I'm actually pretty good at it, because I've done the research, I've done it before. And it's actually gotten to the point where, the first few days, as long as I don't slip up on the diet or slip up and not take a certain supplement, are actually really easy to handle. So it's not actually as bad as it thinks. It's not like I'm here just shivering and, sweating and although that does happen on the second week because I get night terrors from the detoxing. But still, I can handle it, and I know how to do it. And quite frankly, I can't conceive of doing anything else. I've finally gotten to the point whereby it's not only plausible for me to reverse all my issues, but I've done it before and I feel so good that it's like there's no other alternative. It's like trying the most gorgeous drink in the world and then going back to a place where everything tastes like crap. It's like you can't like there's no other alternative but to, well, to me anyway, but to just work towards that again. And in fact, all the other old stuff just doesn't even seem interesting. It don't have motivation. So so that's why it may seem as if I'm just taking it way too far. But quite honestly, I know what I'm doing. I've done it before, and I'm tired. I just want to put an end to this long journey that I've been on for the last decade. And yeah, so there's also another part about it is that when you actually quit everything, you actually have the ability to really look at your own issues and say, like, look, man, like, this is what I'm dealing with. Because when you take away something like alcohol or cigarettes or like your favorite food, all of a sudden all these negative emotions will come up because you had an emotional reason for relying on it. And so you're basically put face to face with that emotion, and it says, you know what, deal with it. You know, deal with it. This is what you've got wrong. Deal with it. And that's exactly what I was looking to do. I was looking for research. I was looking to find out what the problem was. So I'm the kind of person who really, really doesn't mind, you know, just like sitting down and, you know, taking it to the extreme, because like that's the fastest way for me to figure out what was going on. And so yeah, I'm restarting it today. This is day one. No fat man, no juice. I'll separate the videos in two, or I'll do like, or I'll like, I don't know, call it a different series, because it's really, really divided. But yeah, I'll be here. Everything's ready and prepared. Oh, by the way, I kind of relapsed on my NoFap. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was glorious, I tell you. Don't do it. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and peace.